Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be starting with some MekHQ. And I want to begin by apologizing for last week when I shut things down early because I was getting frustrated and annoyed from all the ice and water and the breaches and everything. I was just rewatching that and honestly, considering how close we had gotten to finishing that mission, I really feel as though I should have stuck with it. But as it is, this is the save file that it auto-saved, or it's a copy of the auto-save file from right before we engaged that mission. So what I was planning on doing was coming over here to the briefing room and calling it a draw this time around. That way we can take another crack at it. It doesn't count for us or against us. I just think that's fair because we did have them down to like 36 point something percent of their forces, and the goal was to get them down to 25%. So I don't think counting it as an objective loss or win is necessarily fair. So we're going to call it a draw. We're going to resolve it manually. We did not control the battlefield. The MUL file is going to be the Challenger deep.mul. At least it should be. Okay, the Mackie took heavy damage, including a gyro hit and plenty of armor. Sounds about right. The Black Knight took heavy damage, including a breach to the left arm and a breach to the left torso, a crit to the hand. The Atlas, I believe, had also... no? The Atlas? Yeah, the Atlas had a breach to the left arm, which disabled one of its LRM-20s. That said, it's listed as undamaged, so hopefully we don't have to replace that LRM-20 because that would really suck. Okay, Earl did take 2 falling damage, so we're gonna stick with that. The Demon Tank, no one got that. The Cestus got 3 kills, the Hunchback, the Griffin 2C, and the Crab. The Black Knight got a kill with the Ares. Banshee got a kill with the Zephyr, and Wyvern got a kill with the Zephyr. Sounds about right. So we will continue on to the next step. We did not force withdrawal. We did not force withdrawal. We did not capture any bases. We did preserve the base. We did not force withdrawal. It's going to call this a defeat because we lost a certain area victory point there. Failed. No, we are going to call this a draw. We'll head back to base, we'll lick our wounds. Yeah. Repair bay, okay, so we've got some repairs we can get started on then. Okay, well. I keep checking the chat as if there's someone there. Varenk couldn't make it this week. He's got somewhere better to be. And I'm not saying that with any malice in my heart or anything. He literally had a better place to be than here, and I don't blame him. I guess Fox and Little Willie and everyone else that we've seen in chat lately couldn't make it, or they're lurking. If you are watching this, feel free to speak up in the chat. If not, well, you know, it is what it is. We've always got YouTube. So we will have, I think Penny will do some armor so that she can maybe get internal specialist, I think, which is at 40. The Mackie should be in like perfect condition, so we should be able to do all these on 2s. We are starting to run low on armor. That is standard armor. We're down to like 600 points. We've got way more in transit. Yeah, we're down to 684 points in stock, and it looks like we're not getting any in for another 2 weeks. And then we'll get in plenty over the next 10 days. Let's go ahead and get another 10 lots on the way. Let's see, the gyro, we can have Ben as an internal specialist. Oh, he can knock that out in like half an hour. 15 minutes, he can do it on a 4. Nice. The LB10X needs to be repaired. He can do that on a 13 minutes on a 0. Reloading the ammo bins. That is going to come down to Josefa? Josefa is going to be our ammo specialist today. Okay, so we've got 121 more shots of LRM-20 ammo. The Gauss ammo, we've got 170 shots left. SRM-4 ammo, we are going to need some soon because we're down to 150 shots and we just went through 30. SRM-4 ammo. Okay, so we need SRM-4 ammo. We need to buy, call it 10 tons. 10 tons is not a lot for the amount of SRM-4 ammo that we go through. I also noticed that we're low on SRM-6 ammo, so we can get maybe another 150 shots of that on the way as well. Let's see. So we've got the Marauder, just needs its large pulse laser repaired or replaced, but we don't have one. Let's see. Josefa can do the autocannon 10 ammo bin. We're down to 100 shots of that. Lower, lower. Okay, there we go. About another 100 shots of LBX ammo. And about another 40 shots of cluster. Let's see, the Black Knight doesn't have any ammunition. The Cestus just has the Gauss rifle. We're down to 175 shots with that. About another 120 shots. Okay, so the rest should all just be ammo or armor. We can have Penny knocking out the armor real quick. Let's see, the breaches, we can have, I'll have Vernetta do one of those. Penny or armor tech for now. And yeah, we're down to 560 points of armor. That's a little worrisome. Actuator will have Vernetta do that on a 1. Black Knight is going to have some breaches to seal. But we'll start with the armor. Penny, you're at 24 XP already. Ooh. We'll have Vernetta do one of those. And we'll have Loney do one of those. And the hand actuator will have, I guess Fox can do that. Yeah, we'll have Fox, Fox can try to earn some XP this way as well, and it looks like that's about all we've got. And then one thing that I wanted to do is, Ash, I'm afraid you need to get back in your old ride because that Manowar is out of armor. No, this one. Yeah, we need to activate this. That'll be something Ethan can do. No, that's not something Ethan can do in one day. Shoyab maybe? No. Captain Chrissy Griffin, I know you can. Okay, there we go. Personnel back to let's see, that was Manowar. Ash, there we go. Assigned to unit as pilot, Archer Ash. Okay, so Ash with the medium laser boat. We've lost some medium lasers. We picked up the hatchets. We're gonna buy about another 100 double heat sinks just because we like upgrading things. Okay, so that's the repair bay taken care of. That is Earl with a sprained left leg. He's gonna be out for 12 days. The warehouse, the repair bay, the hangar. We do have a critical convoy escort in 4 days on the 25th against 17,000 points worth of stuff. A Royal Shadowhawk, a couple Royal Zephyrs, a Battle Cobra B, which has 2 ERPPCs and 2 small pulse lasers. Wait, is that oh, those are clan ERPPCs. They only take up 2 crits. An Ares, a Dragonfly D, Dragonfly D has a Streak 6, 2 ER mediums, ER small, Streak 6 ammo, LRM 5, LRM 5 ammo. Okay, so not too much of a threat. I do believe the Dragonfly does have the low profile quirk, so he's going to be a tough nut to crack, but he's not too much of a threat. Another Ares with another 3-4 pilot and a Fenris A, which has an LB2X and an pair of ER mediums, also not too much of a threat. They also have reinforcements. They've got quite a few reinforcements. They've got 4 lightning attack hovercraft Royals, 3 Royal, 1 regular. They've got a Badger tracked transport, which has an LRM-10 and an ER small laser. We have an allied officer, a quick draw with a 3-4 pilot, and we've got a convoy, a 4-5, and a cargo mech. An allied convoy carrying critical supplies is moving through hostile territory, and a large, heavily armed enemy force is preparing to intercept. Your mission is to ensure that at least 50% of the convoy reaches the far edge of the engagement area intact. These supplies are essential to sustaining our war effort, and failure is not an option. The enemy will come in force, but their attack is not unstoppable. If a full escort proves untenable, you have an alternative path to victory. Should at least 50% of the convoy survive while you destroy or rout 50% of the attacking enemy force, the mission will be considered a success. Breaking their offensive will allow our convoy to continue forward without further resistance. We will control the field at the end of the battle, giving you full authority to dictate the engagement on our terms. Use the terrain, stagger your defenses, and counter their assault with precision. Hold the line, protect the convoy, and ensure these supplies reach their destination. And the comm center is giving them additional reinforcements, yeah. Okay, and that's 4 days out. 17,000 points. I'm thinking... Well, Mariana is out because Earl is injured, so I'm thinking... Tonga Lance has some good long-range support other than Ash. Ash is kind of a mid-range support. Ryuku would be nice to bring in. That's 7,000 points. Tethys worth 12,000 points. All long-range support. We're gonna have Monday's support points. We also have a victory point that we can turn into a support point. Okay, so ammunition, armor, all that good stuff. Okay. Let's advance to Sunday. Okay, a couple birthdays. We got the right leg fixed on the... Or no, that was just a right leg. The Griffin will be ready in 27 days. The Highlander 732 Mark II is complete. What have we got going on with the Highlander? Highlander was 277 points of ferrofibrous armor, 10 double heat sinks, 353 movement profile. Gauss rifle in the right arm, SRM Streak clan style in the left arm, LRM 20 in the left torso, and 5 medium lasers split between the left and right torsos. Explosive ammo in the left torso, non-explosive ammo in the right torso, case on both sides, with a 270 fusion engine. So the case will actually keep it in the fight. It loses that left side, it's down 2 medium lasers in the Streak 6 and the LRM 20. So it leaves the Gauss rifle and 3 mediums. If it loses the Gauss rifle, it might still have all the mediums. How many points is it worth? It's worth 2473. 2473, so it's worth more than the Crusader. It's worth, wow, it's worth more than the Kraken. It's worth more than the Longbow. And it's worth more than the Zeus. Okay, well. The Zeus is a 4/6. Let me check Tethys land. So we've got a 4/6, a 4/6, 3/5, and a 3/5. Tethys Lance is good reinforcements, but they're gonna be slow. I'd like to get Tonga Lance on the field immediately with our long-range punch. Actually, what kind of battlefield are we looking at here? Daylight, clear, calm, Snow River, Snowfield. Okay, well, I'm thinking maybe long range is the way to go. Let's go with Tonga and Tethys, I think. Let's go ahead and advance to the 23rd. Okay, the only thing we have left on the procurement list is double heat sinks. All the ammo and armor should be coming in eventually. We did pick up 3 support points for our admin transport personnel. Easy has dropped out of their education or training. They will begin their journey back to the unit tomorrow. Okay. Cluster, Gauss rifle, cluster, Gauss rifle ammo. Double heat sinks. Delivery in like 32 some odd days. New scenario frontline engagement will occur today. Okay. Enemy officer has bid away 1 unit. Mech commander has bid away 1 unit. Op 4 has not bid away any forces. Ground reinforcements has bid away 2 units. Okay, well. Okay, well, this is a fine how do you do. The Mech commander bid away a force, and they still have a 3/4 and a Lynx. The commander still has a 3/4 and a Ryokan, even though they bid away a force, it says. And then the ground reinforcements says they bid away 2 units. Oh, so they are only bringing 3. Okay, well, that's still 35,000 points worth of stuff. 35,000 points worth of stuff. On top of 21,000 points worth of stuff. Enemy Op 4, we've got a Hunchback 2C, a Thresher, a Galahad, a Hunchback 2C, a Lynx, a Galahad, a Kentaro, a Phoenix Hawk 1C Special, a Rifleman 2C, and a Rifleman 2C2. And they're all 2-3 and 3-4 pilots. Well, they're all 3-4 except for the Hunchback 2C with the 2-3, Melvin. Reinforcements, 2-3, 4-5, 3-4. Okay. Yeah, enemy morale is way too high. We need to do something about that. Defeat is imminent. I don't think so. But if they would stop popping up missions on me, that would be fantastic. Frontline engagement. We need our two biggest, baddest lances. Let's see. 12-6, 13-4, 13-0. So Galatea and Tonga. Even still, that's 26.5. Tonga to start with. Galatea. So that's going to be on an 8+. Rolled an 11 versus 8. Okay, so we got the 8+ to reinforce. That leaves us one support point and one victory point that we can spend on the convoy escort and the hostile comm center combined. Now, the convoy escort, they're bringing 21,500 points. So we're going to have to bring 2 lances to that as well, because we don't have any lances worth 22,000 points. Not Mariana, not Ryuku. They don't have enough points. So that's going to be, I think, Aleutian and Tethys. Aleutian and Tethys on the other one, huh? Alright, so Tonga and Galatea, they bid away their officer, they bid away their commander, right? So that should only be 31,000 points that we have to deal with, so we're still outnumbered. Moonless night, clear calm, Hills River snow. Full moon night. I think we can shift that to dawn dusk. Okay, so select map, planetary conditions. We're gonna go full moon. We're gonna go, yeah, dawn dusk. Okay. We're gonna go compact display. We're gonna sort by battle value. Who's the biggest bad? Well, first of all, the commander, you are gone. Remove bot. And remove bot. Okay, now they only have us by about 3,000 points. Wow. Okay, we do have a Warhammer C2. 2 ER PPCs, 2 ER smalls, 2 medium pulse, 2 small pulse, and a streak 6. That is the biggest bad on the enemy force. That is with a 2-3 pilot. And how many heat sinks? 18 double heat sinks. So he is going to be popping off those ERPPCs like crazy. He's also going to be using those medium pulses and all the small lasers as well. That's going to be fun. The second biggest bad is their Thresher, a 3-4 pilot with an Ultra 10, pair of SRM6s, pair of medium pulses, and an ER medium. 152 armor only. 5810. 5810 with a 300 XL engine and not a lot of armor. Why is he worth 3,000 points? Rifleman 2C with 4 large pulse lasers and a 3-4 pilot is worth the same number of points. How many heat sinks have we got? We've got 38. So yeah, we're going to be seeing those pulse lasers firing pretty much every turn. And we've got more armor as well. So yeah, I don't know why the Thresher is ranked higher than the Rifleman. The Hunchback 2C with the 2-3 pilot is also ranked up there really highly. The Galahads are at 26.9 and 24.09. Wait, a Galahad 2. 2 large pulse lasers, 2 medium pulses, 3 small pulses. And the Galahad with the 2 Gauss rifles, both with 201 armor. Okay, so Wyvern, Scarponi, Vernita, and Tentacle Shogun are going to be arriving on round 4 in the southeast. Their reinforcements are arriving on round 6 in the south. Yeah, frontline engagement. The enemy is fully committed to battle along the front line, engaging our forces in a direct confrontation. Their mission is to break their offensive by defeating at least 50% of their forces. This engagement is a decisive clash. Victory here will shift the momentum of the war in our favor. Expect a determined enemy response. They will not withdraw easily and may attempt to reinforce their position as losses mount. Strike hard, exploit weaknesses, and maintain battlefield control. This is not a delaying action, this is a battle for dominance. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement. Additional enemy ground forces, defended by additional fixed turrets. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Oh. Okay. Apparently we can close it accidentally like that. Oops. Planetary conditions, we're going back to dusk dawn. Okay. All right, and let's see. Oh, no, you guys are both deleted. Remove bot. Remove bot. Okay, now they still only have us by about 3,000 or 4,000 points. So that should be fine. Everyone's got SPAs, it looks like. Sensor Geek. Gunnery Specialization Energy. You're large, 2 mediums, and a snub-nosed PPC. Okay, so yeah, that energy specialization is going to come in handy for him. Watch out for the Phoenix Hawk. Rifle 1-2C has Terrain Master Swamp Beast and Pain Resistance. Okay, well. Alright, we've lost initiative going into round 1 deployment. Okay. Why is everything so green? Stick that here, I think. Alright, so their reinforcements are deploying in the south. Our reinforcements are deploying in the southwest. Southeast. Okay. So yeah. They're starting in the east. We're deploying in the west. Our reinforcements from the southeast. Their reinforcements from the south. Okay. So we're going straight across is the goal. Where's that? There. Can we go here? Okay. Yeah, we'll go there with the archer. That's Ash's archer, which is the medium laser archer. Okay, they're all lining up on that right side. All right, Hoser, where can we get the best line of sight for you? Oh, give me just 1 second, guys. I think I hear a cat scratching. 1 sec. Well, one of them came back in. That's not bad. I think there's only one left out there. So where are we gonna put Hoser? Can we go here? We go to here. Yeah. Both of the Galahads and the Rifleman 2C down there. This is not going to go well. I'm already having a bad premonition about this. And last but not least, the Grizzly. Maybe we can have him go there and cover this northern kind of zone. Alright, we've got units deploying on round 4. They've got units deploying on round 6. We've lost initiative going into round 1. Alright, so first we've got Ash. Or we've got the Stalker first. That's Tugiu, I believe, in the Stalker. Yeah, Tugiu in the Stalker. Yeah, we'll go there. Ash. We'll follow the Stalker, I suppose. Tsubasa can move forward 5 hexes. Hoser can move forward 2. Hey, little Willie, how's it going? Glad you could make it. Don't know if you've been lurking or if you just got here, but it's good to see you. You didn't miss a whole lot, just some repairs mainly, and hemming and hawing about the next 2 missions and support points and all that good stuff. Alright, so Ash has no one in range with her medium lasers. Tugyu in his stalker. We've got Phoenix Hawk over here that we might be able to hit at extreme range. On a 14, not gonna happen. Do we have LRMs? We've got LRMs also on 14, so that's not gonna happen. Tugyu. Has eyes on the special on a 14 as well. And last but not least, Hoser has Kintaro on 8s or the Phoenix Hawk special on 8s. The Phoenix Hawk is worth 1900 points. Kintaro is worth 1500 points, but it has more armor. Yeah, we're gonna go for the special Phoenix Hawk. We'll do 3 shots on 8s. Maybe we'll knock him down or something. Okay. Rifleman 2C at Hoser. Missed on a bunch of 11s. Hoser at the Phoenix Hawk. Hit him in the right torso for 14, down to 4 armor. Nothing else doing. No one else fired anything. Everyone's at 0 heat still. We've got reinforcements arriving in 3 more rounds, because it's only the beginning of round 2. We've got them down to 99.8%. They've got us. How do they already have us down to 98.6%? Are we going into this missing armor again? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Ash can move there. Let's see. Tugyu can move there. Tsubasa can continue advancing to... Actually, Tsubasa has hopping jack, if I'm not mistaken. Jumping jack, so yeah, he can jump like it's a walk. So yeah, we'll definitely be jumping with the Grizzly. And Hoser will continue advancing at a run. Alright, Ash, taking fire from the Rifleman 2C, needs 12s with large pulse lasers. Okay, let's start with Hoser. Hoser has the Rifleman on 9s. Has the Hunchback on a 7. That's gotta be our priority target right there, is the Hunchback on a 7. That's a Hunchback 2C. It's got paper thin armor and 80 points of damage output. Yeah, that definitely needs to be the first one to go. Tugyu in the Stalker has the Hunchback on 14s. Nope. And Last but not least is the Grizzly. We've got the Rifleman 2C on a 12. Sure, we'll fire on a 12 and a 10 and a 12. Sure, why not? Alright, some people got illuminated. The Rifleman 2C missed on a quartet of 12s. Hoser at the Hunchback got him in the right arm for 14, destroying his arm. Got him in the left leg, down to 10 structure. Got him in the center torso, down to 4 armor. Rifleman 2C missed on a quartet of 12s at Hoser. The Kentaro missed Hoser with an LRM-5. Tsubasa hit the Rifleman 2C for 5 with a large pulse laser to the left arm, down to 15. Hunchback 2C took 40 plus, needs a 7, gets an 8 to stay standing. The Rifleman 2C is up to 5 heat, everyone else is running cool. Round 3, we've won initiative, and we are going last. Alright, let's start with Ash, who needs to get closer than anyone else, and she could have been jumping this whole time. So yeah, we're going to jump her. Tugyu and the Stalker is going to turn this way and advance. We've got maybe shots on that Hunchback 2Cs. Tsubasa and the Grizzly also has eyes on the Hunchback 2Cs. Do we walk it? I think we walk it. He's not much of a target. And Hoser, I think, will also... Hoser will run it. Alright, the Phoenix Hawk Special, firing the ER Large on a 9 and the Snub News on an 11 at our Stalker. Ash has nobody in range, so we'll skip shooting with her. The Rifleman 2C firing at Tsubasa. Let's go to Hoser first. Hoser has the Hunchback 2C. We've got him on a 9. 9 is not great, but it's the best we've got. We'll go for 3 shots on 9s. Let's see, the Stalker. We've also got the Hunchback. On a 12, so we'll do a pair of 12s with the ER larges. And a quartet of 12s with the LRM5s. Last but not least, the Grizzly. Grizzly has the Rifleman 2C on a 10, has the Hunchback 2C on a 10. Let's try to take out this Rifleman real quick if we can. If we can target his ass. Go away, no one likes you. There we go. Okay, we've got him on a 10, and an 8, and a 10. Alright, the Phoenix Hawk Special misses the Stalker with the large laser and the PPC. The Rifleman 2C misses Tsubasa on a trio of 10s. Hoser's Ride on 9s. Oh my goodness. On nines, we hit him in the left torso and the left torso again, transferring into the center torso, critting on his engine. Critting on his engine, destroyed by engine destruction, and another PPC on a 9 to the center torso. Destroying the Hunchback 2C in one volley, basically. Hit him in the left torso, and center torso, and there's nothing left of that Hunchback 2C. We might be able to salvage some ammo out of that thing, so we'll keep an eye on that. The Stalker missed on 12s. Kentaro missed on a 12. Tsubasa missed on a 10s, but did land the large pulse laser to the chest on an 8 for 10 damage down to 20 points. Alright. Their Phoenix Hawk special is up to 8 heat. Everyone else is running cool. We have lost initiative going into round 4, and the Op 4 is going before their reinforcements. Well, the reinforcements aren't here yet, so it's moot. We do have reinforcements coming in behind them. Okay, let me start with the Marauder. Why is the Marauder short on armor? What happened? That's not cool, man. Did not realize that the Marauder was short on armor when we launched this mission. That said, we don't want to get too close into the back of those hunchbacks because they'll just turn around and blast us. We don't want to be too far south because their reinforcements are arriving in the south in 2 turns. Let's start with Cestus. Okay, there's the 2 Galahads. There's a Rifleman 2C. Marauder. Can get in the back of these Galahads, I think. The Rifleman is the one. Rifleman 2C2. Okay, yeah, that is the one with the Ultra AC2, so that's not the one we're worried about. The Lynx we might be a little worried about. Lynx with a PPC, a large laser, and 4 mediums could be a bit of a threat. Maybe we take him on a bit of a Warhammer. We'll have this Warhammer facing south. And the Archer, I guess, can get in the back of this Hunchback 2C as well. Now this is a 4-6 Archer, so it's going to be moving slow. It also needs to be in close range, so we'll see what we can do. All right. Tsubasa. Can we jump 4 hexes? Kentaro's turning around. Stalker, can we move 3 hexes? Galahad is turning around. This is the one with the Gauss rifles. Okay, so the one that has yet to move has large pulse lasers. The one that's turned around has Gauss rifles. Um, let's pivot a little bit. Let's come up here and try to take out this Galahad with some medium laser fire if we can. Okay, the Phoenix Hawk Special is also turning around. Let's move Hoser if we can. Let's get him 3 hexes closer. Let's see, Wyvern. Gonna hold off on that. Marauder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's good and evasive, so we'll do that. Rifleman 2C taking cover. The Lynx hasn't moved yet. The Kintaro's turned around. Still waiting on this Hunchback 2C. Alright, Ash is Archer. We can jump with you to here. Wyvern's Archer. Wyvern's Archer can move 5 hexes and be slightly evasive. And last but not least is the Cestus. Okay. Short range, medium range, medium range, long range. Okay, well, or we can just stand still, just wail on him from here. It gives us short range with the large laser. Yeah, we'll hold still because we're not going to be evasive and we're not in short range. Okay. Starting with Hoser. Hoser has the Galahad on 6s. We've got the Rifleman on 7s. This is the Rifleman with the pulse lasers. 4 large pulse lasers, and the heat sinks to use them. Or an easier target with, this is the one with 2 Gauss rifles. Yeah, we'll take the 6s, and we'll take, I think, we'll take all 4 of them. Let's see, the Stalker likewise only has eyes on the Galahad and the Rifleman, so we will be shooting at the Galahad. We've got him on a pair of 11s. And a quartet of 11s. Let's see, next up is going to be the Warhammer. Okay, this is the one with 2 large pulse lasers. I think the main thing we're worried about is that hunchback. Well, let's have the Cestus and Wyvern take out the hunchback real quick. On a 5 with the Gauss rifle, and a 5 with the ER large, and a 5 with the large, and a 5 with the medium pulse, and a 7 with the medium. That is going to be an alpha strike for 4 heat over. And then Wyvern is going to follow that up. Is there like a way, is there an option to like make that take a second to pop up? Tooltip pop-up display 1000. Okay, let's see what effect that has. Did I overdo it? You know what? That's fine. Wyvern at the hunchback, we've got him on 5s. So that'll be, I think, literally everything. We'll go 4 heat over to try to knock out that hunchback in one go. Scarponi. Let's have you taking on this Galahad. We've got him on 5s. So that'll be a PPC, 2 ER mediums, and 2 regular mediums, 3 mediums on 7s. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Ash still has nobody in range for this turn. Tentacle Shogun. We've maybe got the Kentaro on 4s. No, let's concentrate fire. Let's try to take out this Galahad first. Got him on a 3. That's a bit much. We'll do a pair of 3s and the small pulse. Wait. Oh. Right. This one wants to be at 7 heat. I keep forgetting that. So we'll do the large pulse. We'll do a pair of medium pulses, a trio of medium pulses, a quartet of medium pulses, and a small pulse on a 3 and a small on a 5. That puts us at 7 heat over. And Tsubasa and the Grizzly. We've got the special on an 11. We've got the rifleman on a 9. Got the Galahad on an 11. So that'll be the rifleman, I guess, on 9s. That'll be a 9 with the Gauss rifle, a 7 with the large pulse, and a 9 with the LRM-10. Okay, lots of people got eliminated this turn. Hoser at the Galahad on 6s. We overheated and hit once. We got him in the left arm for 15. We rolled 2 3s and a 4 and a 7. Boo. Phoenix Hawk Special, missed on 12s and 10s. The Thresher hits Wyvern in the right arm with an autocannon 10. Down to 12 armor there. Medium pulse laser to the right arm down to 5. Medium pulse laser to the left leg down to 19. ER medium to the center torso would have been the head, but gets redirected with a point of edge to the CT critical for no effects down to 26 armor. Yes, from 6s both miss on 7s. The Stalker hits the Galahad in the right arm for 10 down to 10 armor. Missed with everything else. The Rifleman 2C hits Wyvern in the chest with an LPL for 10 down to 16 armor. The Cestus hits the Hunchback in the left torso, hits him in the head with an ER large down to 1 structure. Large laser to the chest, medium pulse laser to the right arm, critting on his shoulder and a double heat sink, and a medium laser missed on a 7. Rifleman 2C2 missed on a quartet of 10s. Wyvern at the Hunchback. If we can hit him in the head, that's game over for him. But we hit him with 4, 8, 12. Yeah, right arm down to 3 structure, right arm down to 1 structure, right arm destroyed, transferring into the right torso down to 5, center torso down to 4 armor, left arm down to 6 structure, left torso down to 5 structure, critting on the Ultra AC-20 3 times. Right torso down to 11 structure. Did not get the head hit. Maybe he'll fall down. Either way, he is down to one of his Ultra AC-20s. Galahad with the large pulse lasers hits Scarponi in the right and left torso for 10 each, down to 10 in those locations. Medium pulse laser to the right arm and right torso. Sorry. The Galahad hits Scarponi in the right and left torso with large pulse lasers, down to 10 in those locations. And then everything else he fires at Tentacle Shogun. He hits with a medium pulse laser to the right arm, medium pulse laser to the right torso, down to 3 armor. Small pulse laser to the center torso, small pulse laser to the right torso, down to 0. Scarponi hits the Galahad 2 in the right leg, and the center torso and the left leg, and the right arm and the right torso and the center torso, down to 18 there. Galahad hits Scarponi in the center torso and left arm with Gauss rifles, down to 13 and 7 in those locations. Hunchback 2C hits the Cestus in the left torso with that Ultra AC-20, down to 2 armor, and the center torso with an ER medium, down to 25. Tentacle Shogun at the Galahad hits it in the head with a large pulse laser, down to 2 structure. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 5. Medium pulse laser to the left arm, medium pulse laser to the right leg, medium pulse laser to the center torso, left torso. Small pulse laser to the chest, down to 8. Small laser to the right leg, down to 8. The Lynx missed on an 8, a 9, and a trio of 11s. Tsubasa missed on a 9 and a 9. Did hit with a 7 with a large pulse laser. Rifleman 2C takes 10 to the left leg, down to 20 armor there. And the Kentaro misses Tentacle Shogun with the LRM-5 on a 10. Hunchback 2C needs a pair of piloting skill rolls on 9s. Leg foot actuator hit and 80 plus damage. Needs a 9, gets a 10, needs a 9, gets an 8. Falls on his right leg, goes internal down to 9 structure, but no crit. Needs a 9 to avoid hurting the pilot in the fall, gets a 4. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 10. Galahad, number 132, needs a 20 plus check, gets a needs a 5, gets an 8. Galahad 2, number 133, took 80 plus damage, needs an 8, gets a 7, goes down on his right arm and left leg. Needs an 8 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 6. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 6. Physical attacks, nothing doing. The Lynx is at 4 heat, the Hunchback 2C is at 8. Galahad is at 3, the Hunchback 2C is at 5. Wyvern is at 4, or Scarponi is at 4. Tentacle Shogun is at 7, the Cestus is at 4. Poser is at 12, and their Phoenix Hawk Special is up to 10. We've won initiative, and they've got reinforcements deploying next round. Alright, let's start with Hoser, who is not moving far this turn. Actually, do I need to move at all? We don't need to move at all. Let's see, Tugyu. Tugyu will advance at a run, going all of 2 hexes. Ash will run forward 5 hexes, because it's faster than jumping. Let's see, Tsubasa would like to move forward 6 hexes, or let's go forward 3 hexes. We can get the rifleman in the back at medium range, and we'll long range for the LRMs. Yeah, let's go ahead and that's in his side. That's in his right side. That's in his back. I'll take the penalty to the medium or to the LRMs to get those back shots. All right, Wyvern getting tripled up on. Garponi going back up behind the Lynx. That's in my side, okay. Huh. Yeah, let's come back here. We'll get into kicking distance of this rifleman. Let's see, the Cestus. This hunchback is before we can stand still and not be in short range of the hunchback. Oh man. Wyvern, can we? No. Wyvern will stand still against my better judgment. Hunchback needs a 5 to get up, gets a 7. Galahad needs a 4 to get up, gets a 9. Alright, let's start with Hoser. Hoser's only target, it looks like, is the Lynx. We got him on 7s, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go 7 heat over on 7s, because that at least is going to be less of a targeting penalty next turn. Let's go for the Stalker next. Stalker, likewise, only has the Lynx, it looks like. We got him on a pair of 12s. Let's Let's see. The Warhammer is also shooting at the Lynx. We're shooting at him in the back. We're gonna skip the PPCs on 5s. We'll do the ER mediums on 5s. We'll do the mediums on 5s. We'll do the ER smalls on 5s. You know what? We'll skip one of the ER mediums. Skip, 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 and then fire everything. And that should put us at like 3 heat over. 4 heat over. Okay. Yeah, that works. And hopefully that's enough to knock down the Lynx and maybe even kill it. Let's see. Ash's Archer has no targets in range still. Dang. Let's see. The Marauder. We're trying to knock down this Rifleman 2C, which is... This is the one with the Ultra AC 20s. So we're just going to go for the kick on him. This Galahad has large pulse lasers and medium pulse lasers, so we'd actually really like to knock him down. So yeah, let's go. We'll skip the large pulse. Skip the ER mediums. Do 1, 2, 3, 4 on the medium pulses. Because that triple strength mimer doesn't seem to be working properly. We were slowed down this turn and not sped up. So we are going to... Yeah. Next up is the Cestus. The Cestus is going to be shooting at the Hunchback. The Hunchback on a 3 with the Gauss rifle, and the ER large, and the large, and the medium on a 5. Wyvern. Wyvern taking a buttload of damage from this Rifleman 2C, from the special, and from the Lynx, and from the Thresher. Jeez, Wyvern's in trouble this turn. Who is our target gonna be, though? The special, we've got him... Actually, we've got Tsubasa first. So Tsubasa will be shooting at the Rifleman. We've got him on a 10, and a 10, and a 12, and a 12. Maybe I should have moved forward that one other hex. Wyvern, meanwhile, has the Rifleman on 3s. So that is going to be enough to overheat just a little bit. 3 heat over. Alright, lots of people get illuminated. The Phoenix Hawk Special hits Wyvern in the right arm with a medium laser down to 0 armor there. Medium laser to the left arm down to 17. 2 machine guns both miss, and the Snub-Nosed PPC also misses on a 7. The Thresher hits the right torso twice with Ultra AC 20 or Ultra AC 10 fire for 20 points, down to 4 armor. Medium pulse laser to the left torso, medium pulse laser to the right torso, down to 12 structure. ER medium to the left torso, SRM 6 hits 4 times. To the right leg, right torso, and left leg, costs us a point of edge to avoid a head hit. 5 more SRMs to the right arm, blowing off the right arm. Left leg, critical. Critting on his foot and lower leg actuators through the armor. The right torso takes another 2 SRMs. Hoser hits the Lynx in the chest for 14, down to 14 armor there. Hits him in the left arm and the left torso for 14 each. That's 42 damage to the Lynx. Rifleman 2C hits Wyvern in the chest with the large pulse laser down to 4, and another one down to 16 structure, and another one to the left torso down to 13 structure. The Stalker misses the Lynx on 12s. Rifleman 2C hits Scarponi in the right torso and the left arm, and the left torso and the chest and the left leg, and then jams up his autocannon. Also hits in the chest and the right arm. Scarponi at the Lynx hits him in the right arm with an ER medium. Hits him in the center torso rear with a regular medium. Right arm, left arm each take 5. Right arm, left leg each take another 5 from ER small lasers. And another one to the left arm. another one to the left arm, and another one to the left leg. Well, it wasn't a kill, but maybe we can knock him down. The glass spider hits Scarponi in the chest with a large pulse laser down to 21 structure. Hits him in the left arm. And that's 2 crits on the engine too. So Scarponi is going to be overheating and slowed down next turn. The right torso for 7 down to 1. Right leg for 7 down to 23. Small pulse laser to the chest. Small pulse laser to the right arm. Galahad hits Scarponi on the left torso with a Gauss rifle down to 8 structure. Tentacle Shogun hits the Galahad in the left leg and the right torso for 7 each. Left leg for another 7 down to 6. Medium pulse laser to the right leg down to 1. Cestus hits the Hunchback 2C in the left torso, blowing off his left arm and transferring into the center torso, critting on its engine and taking out the Hunchback 2C. Following that up with a pair of large lasers to the right torso and center torso, critting on his engine some more. And a medium laser to the left leg leaves it with 3 armor. The Lynx hits Wyvern in the left arm with a PPC down to 7. Hits him in the chest with a large laser down to 8. Hits him in the chest with a medium laser down to 13. Hits Scarponi in the chest with a medium laser down to 13. Tsubasa at the Rifleman 2C missed on 10s and 12s. Kentaro hits Scarponi in the chest and gets the 3rd engine crit. Takes out Scarponi by engine destruction. That's a bummer. Wyvern at the Rifleman 2C hits him with all the SRMs. Left torso, right torso, chest, right torso down to 14, right torso down to 12, left torso down to 14, right torso down to 10, left arm down to 11, right torso down to 8, right arm down to 12, left arm down to 7, right arm down to 8, left arm down to 5, chest down to 12. Lynx needs an 8 to stay standing, gets an 8. Galahad needs a 5, gets a 9. Rifleman 2C needs a 6, gets a 3. Goes down on his right arm and his head. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 12. Needs a 6 to avoid hurting the pilot in the fall, gets a 7. Wyvern, with 2 leg actuator hits and 100 plus damage, needs 10. Needs 3 10s to stay standing. Goes down on his center torso and right torso. Needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 2. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 10. And he's about to get kicked, and I'm guessing we're going to lose the center torso. Ash has no physical attacks. Stalker has no physical attacks. Tentacle Shogun is going to be kicking the Rifleman on the left side on a 4. Tsubasa has no physical attacks. And Hoser has no physical attacks. So on a 4, we kicked him in the left leg for 15, down to 15 armor remaining. He does stay standing. Alright, so the Lynx is at 5 heat, the Kentaro is at 6, the Galahad is at 6, the Rifleman 2C is at 10. Wyvern is at 3 heat and about to eject. Ash is at 0, Stalker is at 0, Tentacle Shogun is at 4, Tsubasa is at 0. Cestus is at 4, the Thresher is up to 3, Hoser is down to 7, Phoenix Hawk Special is holding at 10. We've lost 1 mech, we're at 82%, they're at 79%, and they've got reinforcements coming in this turn. Warhammer and a Black Knight. And a thug. And I legitimately do not know how they expected us to finish this battle with the amount of support points that they've been giving us, and the amount of support points it costs, and the amount of reinforcements against... I mean, I feel like 13,000 is a lot of points for 1 lance, and they're throwing us up against like 36,000 points. That's 3 lances. That's ridiculous. But if we want to keep our Warhammer and all of that beautiful clan tech in there, we're going to have to finish this, and we're going to have to win it. Hoser, can we run forward? Try to catch this thug or something, maybe? And just all those large pulse lasers they have are just tearing us apart. They've got like 10 of them between 3 mechs. Alright, Ash, can we please get close enough to hit someone? Yes, the Galahad. Thank you. Okay, Hex is 13. 13 is good for us. And not good for him. Tsubasa, can we get over here and also wail into this Galahad, please? And Wyvern. Wyvern, you don't have a mech left. Needs a 10. Can we get no, can we not asking me to use careful stand, because he is missing 2 actuators, so he's only a 2-3, so he can't do careful stand. If he botches this too badly, he could get really badly hurt in the ejection. Can we turn this way and then eject? So that he's not landing in rough terrain? No, he's still landing in light. Okay, Rifleman tries to get up and fails, falls on his right torso critical for no effect. Needs a 4 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. Fred French ejects successfully. Needs a 10, gets a 7, takes 1 hit for a total of 2. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 6. Alright, Ash and the Archer against the Galahad. We've got him on 6s. Stalker taking fire from the Thug. He's got us on... Okay. Settings. Turn that into 2000. Okay, well, it's still not going to tell us, but that's fine. We've got him on 10s, the ER larges. We've got him on 12s with the ER mediums. And with the LRM5s, we've got him on 10s. Alright, Tentacle Shogun into the back of the Black Knight. We've got him on 3s, so that'll be skipping all of those. We'll go 5 heat over for that. We'll go 6 heat over, might as well, for the small laser. Tsubasa only has a couple of options. We've got the Galahad, we've got him on 9s, we've got the Kentaro on 7s. It'll be the Kentaro then, on a 7 and a 5 and a 7 and a 7. Let's see, the Cestus, we've got the Special on a 7. We've got the Thresher with the AC-10 Ultra. That guy's been hurting us pretty badly. Got him on 6s, so yeah, that'll be a 6 and a 4 and a 6 and a 4. We'll stop at 6 over. And last but certainly not least is Hoser. We've got the Thug. Thug we've got on 8s. We've got the Galahad on 6s. So yeah, that'll be 1, 2, 3 at the Galahad for 4 heat over for no penalties next turn. Knocked him prone at least. Alright, the Black Knight missed on an 11 and an 8. The Phoenix Hawk Special hits the Cestus in the right torso with a medium laser, missed with the snub nose. The Thresher missed with the first AC-10 shot, landed the second one on the Cestus's left leg for down to 20 armor there. Medium pulse laser to the left torso, down to 10 structure. Medium pulse laser to the right arm and right torso, down to 10 armor there, missed with both SRM 6s. Ash hits the Galahad in the head. Sonny J needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 9. Medium lasers miss, left torso, center torso, center torso. Left arm down to 0, right leg down to 23. The Thug missed the Stalker on a pair of 10s. The Rifleman 2C hits Tsubasa in the left arm with an Ultra AC2. In the left torso with an Ultra AC2. In the right torso with an Ultra AC2. Not bad. The Stalker hits the Thug in the chest with an ER large laser, down to 24 armor, and with 8 LRMs to the right arm, right leg, and left leg. The Galahad hits Tentacle Shogun in the right torso with a medium pulse laser, down to 13 structure. The Galahad misses Hoser on a pair of 8s with the Gauss rifles. Tentacle Shogun into the back of the Black Knight, hits him in the left arm, the left leg, the right torso rear, the left leg again, the right torso rear again, the left torso rear. Wait, no, only the right torso rear once. The left torso rear once. Hit him in the head once, forcing his first consciousness check, which he makes with an 8, and missed with the small laser. Warhammer C2, oof, reinforcements. ERPPC to Tentacle Shogun's right torso, destroys it and blows off the right arm, critting on a jump jet, takes 2 to the center torso. Medium pulse laser to the center torso, medium pulse laser to the center torso, ER small laser to the center torso, small pulse laser to the center torso, small pulse laser to the center torso, streak 6 to the center torso. Down to 3 armor on that CT. Tsubasa hits the Kentaro in the right leg with the Gauss rifle, the right arm with a large pulse, medium pulse to the right arm, down to 1 armor there. The Lynx misses on 10 and a 12. The Cestus hits the Thresher in the right arm, critting on his SRM 6. Hit with the large laser to the right torso, down to 9 armor. Medium pulse laser to the left torso, down to 10 armor. The Kentaro misses on 11s, except for a Narc, which catches us in the right torso, and 3 LRMs to the left arm. Hoser hits the Galahad in the right torso and the right leg for 30 points, or total, down to 5 and 8 in those locations. Kentaro took 20 plus, needs a 5, gets a 2, goes down on his left side, takes 6 to the left arm and right leg, needs a 5 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets an 8. The Galahad needs a 7, gets a 6, takes 6 damage to the left torso and right arm, down to 10 and 9. Needs a 7 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 5. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 7. Black Knight needs a 5, gets a 10. Tentacle Shogun needs a 5, gets an 8. The Cestus needs a 4, gets a 2. Goes down on his right torso and left arm. Vernita needs a 4 to avoid hurting herself in the fall, gets a 5. The Thresher needs a 5, gets an 11. Alright, Ash, no physical attacks. Stalker, no physical attacks. Tentacle Shogun. Yes, we will be kicking him on a 4, please. Hoser will be skipping his physical attacks. We kicked him in the right leg for 15, down to 9 armor. Did not knock him down. Lynx is at 3 heat. Kentaro is at 5. Our Stalker is up to 4. Tentacle Shogun is up to 16. Wait, what happened? How is Tsubasa at so much heat? Did we take an engine crit? Left arm blown off? Oh, he's got an XL engine, doesn't he? Yeah, we took 2 engine crits when we lost the right torso. So we shut down. Hopefully we can still eject. Needed a 4+ to avoid shutting down, got a 3. Cestus is at 6 heat. Thresher is at 4 heat. Hoser is down to 4 heat. Their Phoenix Hawk is up to 11. Alright. Damn, they are straight up winning. They're straight up winning. We've got them down to 76. They've got us down to 70. But if we don't win this, we don't control the battlefield. I don't want to sound like a whiny baby, but man, this is not fair. This is not fair at all. Okay, so the Marauder can't even eject because he's shut down. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. But I don't want to lose the Warhammer. The Warhammer is sitting there on the field with a cored out engine, and we don't get to keep it or the pilot if we fail this mission. It's unwinnable. That's what it is. It's unwinnable. They've got us down to 5 units. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units. No, you know what? We're gonna call this one unwinnable. Maybe we'll be able to load it up to next week. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Sorry, little Willie, but tonight is not going our way. I hate to short you again 2 weeks in a row. It's only 20 minutes early, which is less early than it was last week. But I do apologize, guys, but Lesai. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I really don't. I'll see you guys next week, maybe. Until then, take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Connect with me on Discord. The link is in my Twitch bio. Gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Yeah, well, in this case, neither one seemed like a great option. So, I don't know. We'll discuss it on Discord. Get back with me next week. We'll see you then.